We discussed it yesterday. It's still raging online. We're going to discuss it right now, which is on the H-1B visa. So Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy coming out strong. Charlie, what do you make of this?
Yeah, I think the distinction here, though, is that, the idea, as you pointed out earlier, the idea of having a program that allows an Elon Musk to come into the country, I don't think anybody has a problem with that. And certainly Donald Trump doesn't have a problem with that. The problem with the program is that it's been so abused and turned into a system where it is designed for big tech employers to get maybe not cheap labor, but cheaper labor.
And there was a lot of that, obviously nobody has a problem with a Musk coming, and he's a genius, he's a living god, which makes me sick to my stomach. But I love that too, the weird, I don't know, so we have to be deferential to Elon Musk. We're disagreeing with him. And by the way, Rachel Campos-Duffy goes on to say that we should consider, blocking some of them and then paying our workers more so they'll take these positions, which is literally, I think, the first time I've ever seen someone at Fox and Friends call for wages to be increased. But so it's totally cool to bring in an Elon Musk with this. The problem is that it's being abused. Okay, that's the only issue. So it's being abused. They bring in these people, they pay them almost nothing. That's what's going on. So, well, I don't know that guy's name. I apologize. Who do you think is doing the abusing? Why do you think Elon Musk wants to continue to use this? You don't want to insult him because then you might be obliterated, but he's the one doing the bad thing. He could pay people more if he wanted to. He could pay American workers. He could do what Rachel Campos-Duffy is calling for. And so the thing about it is they're trying, I guess, to help Musk and to help Trump because they think their political instincts here are wrong. And if you look at the polling, they might even be onto something. Now, granted, this is Rasmussen, so, grain of salt. But among Republicans, their new poll shows that 72% say the US has enough talented people who could be trained and recruited for these sorts of jobs. That's at 63% for independents. And even 47% of Democrats say the same thing. And so the American people seem to want fewer, highly skilled migrants being brought in, but Musk and Trump are still advocating for it. Fox and Friends wants to help them, but how do you do it without, getting them all ornery? I don't know, Michael. What do you make of this?
Yeah, I think you just try and get past this, right? I think that, again, the most important thing here is that voters and support are not going to erode, and support in Congress is going to go whichever way the money goes. And so I think these H1, the people that are going to call this, open borders on H1, H1 borders bill, are not going to get anywhere. As long as the promises are made by the Trump people to do it in the right way, and the strong arming happens to enough Republicans in Congress that they just make it happen. The strong arming from Musk and Trump. I mean, the Republican caucus in Congress, with the exception of the 38 who are the Freedom Caucus, most extreme far right, they just wilt. There's no backbone to them. So Musk and Trump know that, and that's the most important part here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I really thought we would have to wait, at least until the next funding battle or something for these sorts of fights. But I don't know. It's looking like the next 4 years are going to be bad in all the ways we expect, but also maybe exciting.
Yeah, maybe exciting. And look, Trump is a lame duck the moment he takes the oath of office. And so there are going to be people who are ambitious Republicans who are going to see a path to staying away from Donald Trump and wronging him, and that's going to cause more of this type of friction as these 4 years go, especially in the third and fourth year, but certainly at the beginning as well.
Yeah, and I would also say that's true politically. He can't run again, at least if our Constitution continues to be worth the paper it's printed on. But also, I know that everybody's focused obviously on Biden and his cognitive state, and I understand why. But Trump has lost a step. He is declining over time. I think that the stress of being president is going to accelerate that. I don't know how many more years Donald Trump has of his life, but I have a feeling that the next 4 is going to be a measurable chunk of that. And so even if he lasts until the end of it, which I don't think is 100% likely, he's gonna be slower. He's gonna be all the different issues he's had, or more, maybe angrier. I don't know,
because you have to remember, for a lot of people in Congress, John, it's not that Trump won; it's that Harris lost. That is And that's going to become a more profound sentiment, I would predict, over that time. But you're absolutely right. He's not going to be the same type of force as he was in his first term or even in the interregnum.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.